Two of the craziest stats in hockey. Jeff Skinner, great player, has played 14 seasons in the NHL, 0 playoff games played. Jeff O'Neill, 20 quizzes this season, 0 belts. Let's get to it.
I'm here for the belt.
Well, I mean, and he's next to the legend tonight. So get out your crystal balls. Who wins a first-round playoff matchup between the reinforced Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins, on track to meet in the postseason for the first time since 2019? It's a simple.
Did you
Toronto
say crystal balls, by the way?
Crystal ball.
Okay.
Yes. Well, there's 3 of you would each have one in the context. Thus a plural.
Not me.
Dog.
I got to go with Boston. They just seem to have the winning formula. Watching them play after Bergeron leaves, Krejci leaves, they still have the magic to just play the right way. They got solid goaltending, big, strong defense. They're a tough matchup. I'm going with the Boston Bruins.
Boston Bruins for me as well. I mean, arguably the best tandem in the league out of the back. That you mentioned it, OD. The structure up front, the way Pasternak is playing. I mean, they've got full buy-in from this group. Boston for me.
This sounds an awful lot like asking for a prediction, and
Bob never does.
I see they put Boston down for me, so I guess I would lean in that direction if I were making a prediction.
Well, you have one thing going for you. He's not putting in much of an effort so far in this one. Well, that's a great start to the quiz, to a Toronto audience. All 3 of you take the Bruins to win. I mean, the evidence so far that way, but hey, long way to go. Belief or make-belief, one of the Quizmaster's favorites. Sheldon Keefe is an authentic top 5 candidate for the Jack Adams Award with all the injuries on the back end, etc. Belief or make-belief, Cheryl?
Make-believe for me, and there's no question he's done a great job with those injuries. When I look at Paul Maurice out of Florida, the buy-in, the identity that they have, Rick Tocchet out of Vancouver, I mean, the list goes on and on. I just think that the pool is too deep right now.
I'll say belief, but it's qualified, and here's the explanation. He's not a 1, he's not a 2, he's not a 3. Mm-hmm. He could be in a conversation for 4 or 5, but he could also be in the conversation for 6, 7, and 8. So, yeah, could you make a case that he's top 5, meaning 4 and 5?
Right.
Yeah, I suppose you could, but he's more 4 to 8 for me.
Not getting on the podium, according to Bob McKenzie.
Make believe. Paul Maurice, my old coach, is the hands-down coach of the year. After that, you got Rick Tocchet, Torts, Knobloch, and my other coach, Lavi. But Paul Maurice is going to win Coach of the Year. It's not even a question. Got to get both my ex-coaches.
The whole year guy thing, you got Torts has done a heck of a job in Philly. I mean, that would be one of the biggest surprises.
Torts, I've got him on my list too.
Yeah. If you were Sidney Crosby facing a second straight non-playoff year in Pittsburgh, and the prospect now of a retool or rebuild or whatever Kyle Dubas is going to do there, would you be open to a trade over the next year? Obviously, we don't know what Sid feels, but if you were Sid, O-Dog.
Open to trade. I just don't want to see Sidney Crosby play his last 3 or 4 years with the Pittsburgh Penguins and not be in the playoffs. It just seems like it would be a sad ending. Awfully difficult and complex situation, James, but I'd like to see him go somewhere else and play.
Cheryl?
Not open to trade for me. I'd have keys to the city, you know. Drafted first overall in 2005, 3 Stanley Cups. He has nothing to prove there. Certainly wants another Stanley Cup. He's playing MVP hockey right now. But, you know, when you think about that, the loyalty, playing with one organization your entire career, I'd probably be staying there.
If I were Sidney Crosby, open to trade, but I'm not Sidney Crosby, and in the immortal words of Torts, that's a hypothetical question.
Oh, jeez.
And I'd prefer not to answer it, but I just did, so there you go. And on that basis, I think I'm probably going to get the belt tonight.
Ooh.
It's hard to deny.
Frankly,
it was a strong performance by everybody tonight, and it's great to have the legend back on the quiz.
Thank you.
Just give him the belt.
Jeff O'Neill, over the past 4 months, you have been shunned. You have been publicly humiliated and embarrassed. But tonight it ends. Every dog has its day. Oh, dog, this one is yours. You finally are the quiz champion. Yay! One moment. To present the belt to its rightful owner, one of his idols and one of the most beloved Maple Leafs ever, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Dougie Gilmour.
Well deserved. How are you? It's about time, eh? Are there some frauds on
I know that you've watched and that you thought I deserved this in the past, Dougie. So I think I've deserved it tonight, and I'm really glad that you presented it to me.
Awesome, buddy. Proud of you.
What a moment. Oh. We took this shtick and made it last one single joke bit for an entire season. But what a way for it to end. What a moment as
Thank you,
Dougie Gilmore
Jimmy.
presents the
Thank you
belt
for
to the O.
recognizing greatness.
We thank the Neil McNeil High School Band, John Candy's High School, our producer Bill Dotson's High School. Guys, play us to break. The O-Dog is the quiz champion.
Well done, buddy.